Hey, Mahnaim from Memberstack here, and welcome to Memberscript 216. In this video, I'm going to show you how to add star ratings to your Webflow CMS items, where users will be able to see a community average like this, and then they can click on an item leading to that item's collection template page, and then they can add their own rating like this. Okay, so let me show you how to set this up inside of Memberstack, as well as what you need to do inside of Webflow. So in Memberstack, you are going to need to create a table called ratings, and then it's going to have a few rules set up like this. So once you've created the tables and you've configured the rules, you now create the fields for that table. So for the fields, you are going to have a member reference field, which is going to be tied to the user that has created a rating. Then you're going to have a score field, which is going to be the number, and then the item field, which is going to store your CMS IDs, and then item name is going to store your CMS ID, your CMS item's name. Okay, so in Webflow, so for this case, I created a blog post collection. You just have to make sure that within that collection, you have a field for CMS ID. Once you've created this field, you then make sure that for each you copy over this CMS ID and you paste it within that field, or you can bulk automate this process. Okay, so once you've created your CMS ID, your data table, you are now going to add Memberscript 216, and it should look like this. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link to that code should be in the description below, and if you're watching this on the Memberstack site, then you should have already seen the code. You can either add this site-wide on a specific page, depending on your specific use case, but I do recommend that you add it site-wide because this script works with your collection template page as well as where you're adding all of your collections for users to view. All of your collection items for users to view. Okay, so now to configure the setup for your star ratings, we're going to start off with the blog template page, the collection template page. And over here, you are going to have a div called rating card. On this div, you are going to add the following attributes of data rating container, and then data item ID is going to be bound to your CMS ID, and then data item name is going to be bound to your CMS item name, and then data MS content is going to be set to members so that only members that are logged in are able to give an item a rating. Within that card, you are going to add a community average div with the attribute of data average score. If you do not want to do community averages, then you can completely leave this out. And then for total ratings, you are going to add the attribute of data total count. So to set up your stars over here, you are going to have a div called star rating star button, and that's just going to have the attribute of data score value set to 1, title star. Title is set to 1 star. So you're going to continue this pattern for each and every star. For example, star 2 is going to have the attribute of data score value 2, title 2 stars, and then you follow that pattern until star 5. Okay, so for your message every time a user leaves a rating, you are going to add the attribute of data status message, and that is going to be set to blank. Now for the read-only view, set up a collection list wrapper. Yeah, and then for your collection list, you are going to add the attribute of data rating container. And then for each item, so the item like this, you are going to add the attribute of data rating item, and that is going to be bound to that CMS ID. And then you're going to set up your stars. So for your stars, it's simple. You're going to have a container for your blog stars like this. And then within that container, you are going to have 2 divs. Firstly, you are going to have blog star background and then blog star fill. Blog star background is going to hold all of your stars that have a gray background. So when a collection item has no ratings, or when a collection item has 4, 3, 2, 1 ratings. So just to have a gray background. Okay, and that's going to be color gray. And then for your blog star fill, all of your stars over here are going to have a brand color. So in this case, all of the stars are having this color, like this. And then for blog star background, that is set to absolute. like this. And then for log star fill, you are going to make sure that that is set to width 0 and then position absolute. Okay, finally, your count to show your community average for each item, that is going to have the attribute of data count label. And then that is it. You do have one more thing to configure in the script. If you check your table name over here, so say you didn't name your table ratings and you named it something else, then you're simply going to go to Memberstack, copy the table key, and then replace it over here. And then you're also going to set the star's active state and then inactive state here in the script. And then that is it. If you have any questions on this, feel free to reach out in the Slack 2.0 channel and I'll be able to assist you getting set up with your star ratings. Okay, talk soon. Bye.